Welcome back to Right Answers, mostly a podcast on what you didn't learn in history class, but you really wanted to. My name is Tess Bellomo.
And my name is Claire Donald.
Welcome to
American Icons Month.
You know, it's July and we got to keep it positive.
Yes. You know what? Like we were saying, I forgot. Oh, Tess sent me the teaser for our American Icons Month. Follow us at Right Answers Mostly on Instagram. And I was like, wow, this like makes me feel proud to be an American for a second. And you're like, the best parts of America are actually the coolest.
Claire and I have talked about this before, that like we'll travel and, you know, go abroad as one does during the summer.
Of course.
And sometimes when we get back from Europe, we have this feeling where we're like, that was amazing. But God, I missed some things that are just like American things, like AC.
Ice
and fucking drinks.
Late night food.
Like you can order food at any time in America.
Anytime you want, straight to your door.
Literally any place.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. And right now, well, actually, I don't know, like the World Cup, and we'll see where we are when this episode comes out. But it has made me feel proud and patriotic again.
Well, Trump should not take that away from us because it's one, I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad what's going on. Yeah. But it's also like he does not embody America or the American people. Like there's so many cool Americans. And that's why we want to do this month because we're like, okay, yes, it's our anniversary this month, 250, all of that.
That's why we're doing American Icons Month for our British Rammies. Hey, guess what? We won.
Guess what?
Guess what?
So, you know, you just got to like remember that we've done some really cool shit. We've done some really bad shit too.
Exactly.
So anyway, that's why we thought it would be really fun to kick off the month talking about the first female astronaut that was American who went to space in 1983. And that's Sally Ride, you guys.
Wow. I mean, one that has been top of your list for a long time.
Yeah, forever. And then a documentary came out about her on Hulu, Disney Hulu. They're the same these days, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that Disney owns Hulu.
The bundle. And so I watched that and I just am so glad because I don't think I would have gotten her essence without the documentary. And I just, you know, look, NASA has made a lot of mistakes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, you guys, I'm not a space girly. Tess is our resident space girly here at RAM.
I love space so much, but you loved Project Hail Mary.
I did. I really did.
And I think that like is why I love space movies in space because it's like hope and like something so beyond us that like we can't even know. Space is so grand.
No, it is.
But yeah, it's just about hope and optimism and something beyond ourselves and greater than ourselves that we can imagine. But we talked about this. We have a Hidden Figures episode on Premium. We talked about how just NASA was like super racist, homophobic, sexist. So while I really admire NASA and I think it's like a cool thing about America, it wasn't cool in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Like now it's such a better run ship, if you will. But back then it was really hard, and it was hard for someone like Sally Ride, who was a lesbian and a woman. And we're going to talk about everything that she had to overcome to get up there.
I can't wait. Isn't Kristen Stewart playing her in a movie?
Yes.
Can't wait for that.
Very excited.
Yeah.
If you guys have been listening to our premium, we were just talking about our love for Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, no, truly. And like, if we were to have a rendezvous night with anyone,
I think it'd be her.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Same.
So let's get into Dr. Ride today. Claire, can you guess her sign?
So I really don't know anything about her.
Yeah.
So,
Just
no.
throwing out there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to guess an air sign because she's going up to space. Am I right with an air sign?
Is Gemini an air sign?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hello.
She is a Gemini.
Wow.
Which I was like, okay, interesting actually, with a lot of like duality and
Duality.
different versions of herself that she sort of like presented in her career and personally. So Sally Kristen Ride was born on May 26, 1951 in Los Angeles.
Oh, she's a LA girly.
We do love an LA girly. Her father, Dale Burrell Ride, was a political science professor, and her mother, Carol Joyce Ride, was a volunteer counselor at a women's correctional facility.
Fascinating.
They were really like hot liberal people,
I love that.
She grew up in Encino with her younger sister, Karen, who now goes by Bear. We will be talking about her as well. And like I mentioned, her parents were very progressive thinkers, open-minded. They believed their daughters could do anything, like, which we don't really hear a lot on RAM. But they're like, with someone's parents being like, yeah, go off, whatever. Like, none of our business. Like, be yourself, chase your dreams, like that sort of energy. But the household was full of It was a coldness at the same time, like no affection, no talking about your feelings at all.
Well, it was the 50s and 60s. Because remember, before the baby boomers generation, they were called the silent generation, which is so haunting.
That is haunting. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like our moms can relate to this in childhood and growing up. People born in the 50s, like no one was in therapy and no one was like sitting down and saying, you know, the I statements, like when something happened.
Like, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, no, they were like, what's the point?
Right, because their parents were like, we survived the Great Depression, okay? Like, and we don't have time for you.
Exactly. Yeah. And, you know, we all have our own things. Like, we could say that we survived 9/11, but we have been in therapy at least.
Yeah, and a pandemic. And the list goes on and on.
Trump presidency twice, but so have they, you know, like, God.
So have they.
So you can't really compare. But it was a cold household. Her sister was in the documentary. She's like, yeah, we're Norwegian, so that's like a big no-no. And Sally really absorbed the message that emotion is just not what we do around here. Her mom is interviewed in the documentary, who she just died this year, actually.
Her mom did?
Her mom, Joyce, and the producers are asking her, they were like, so why weren't you guys like ever talking about like how you felt? And she goes, if I knew how I felt about feelings, I probably wouldn't tell you.
Oh.
The producer must be like, oh.
Felt to just shiver down my spine.
It's chilly in here.
Yeah, I could never be that private if I tried.
Oh my God, no. We were born at the right time.
Yeah, truly.
We were. So she really grew up in the heyday of the space program. So like when she is in elementary and middle school, like her teachers are wheeling in the TV and they're all watching the man on the moon, you know? And it's a very exciting time. She's insanely curious about it all. She's inspired. But she kind of lost her confidence a little bit during middle school because she was interested in science, but she was like, why be interested in this if like this can't really happen for me? Like girls aren't in, women in STEM had not existed yet.
Totally. There's like no one to look to.
Exactly. And so she was like, I should probably try to like be a different version of myself because I'm not going to be able to be a scientist. And I don't know, like if her parents, maybe even her parents, as open-minded as they were like, yeah, like there's no job openings for you there, so maybe do something else.
Right.
Which I kind of think that they did because she started playing tennis at the age of 10, and she was like a tennis girly. Like she earned a tennis scholarship to what is now Harvard Westlake in LA.
Oh, that is the most expensive private school in LA.
That school like haunts me.
It's crazy.
It's feels like a preppy elite. Like,
it is.
It's
like
it is.
Even more than Crossroads, even more than Brentwood.
Crossroads is like the West Side version of that, where that's where like Kate Hudson and Gwyneth Paltrow's kids went.
Yeah.
Harvard Westlake is like, it's different.
It's the elite.
It's the elite. I feel like president's kids would go there almost. So she went there, and this is where she developed an interest in astrophysics. And like, you know, some time had gone by, and she was like, okay, maybe I can explore this a little bit more. I know.
Imagine being interested in astrophysics.
I can't even imagine being interested in like anything that has to do with like numbers.
No, it's really scary.
Or like an equation.
Yeah. But thank God there are people that are, but...
Yeah, well, thank God, but not for us.
No.
So she graduates high school in 1968. She ends up going to Swarthmore College in Pennsylvania.
I'm familiar.
Unfamiliar as well. Majored in physics. But she's still playing tennis there, and like that's kind of her thing. And she was there for 2 years, and she was also playing college basketball and field hockey. She feels homesick, and she's like, I kind of want to go back to California. So after 3 semesters, she applies to Stanford University.
Oh, wow. Oh, she's close to your heart.
She's close to my heart, and she really likes Stanford. I mean, of course, you know, what's not to like?
Oh, it's just like, can you imagine being so smart to be like, I'll just kind of go wherever I want?
You're like, I think I'm going to try out Stanford.
Yeah.
Hot. You know, Reese Witherspoon went to Stanford.
What?
For like 2 years.
I do remember that from her New York Times interview. Oh,
she loves to talk about it. Because, well, I mean.
And I would do the same.
I'd be insufferable if I went to Stanford. My God. So she continues studying science there, physics, and she earns a master's degree in 1975 and a doctorate degree in 1978. So where are we with NASA? What's NASA up to right now? It's 1976, and NASA was like, you know what? We're thinking it's time to expand, I guess, to the minorities and the women.
We have to.
Like, I think we have to. Mind you, NASA was founded in 1958. So they took 20 years.
That's crazy.
And in our Hidden Figures episode, I think that happened in like late 60s. And like that episode was just crazy to me because it's like, I mean, they were treated like such garbage.
You know, it's also so crazy, like when you think about it, because I was almost had a moment of being like, yeah, well, again, there was an opportunity for women, like women couldn't even go to school, but like that's not even really quite true because the women that were working there for Hidden Figures were running the ship.
Yeah.
And I guess my whole point about all of this is like people who complain about like DEI hires and all of that stuff. It's like even when the opportunity wasn't there, when women didn't have like the education that men had, they were still running that shit.
They were helping with their calculations without AI or computer. They like helped get us on the moon.
They were more qualified than the men who were actually running it. So it's not like, oh, we're just going to give unqualified people the job. It's like, no, we're actually going to give opportunities to people who are more qualified to be there in the first place.
Oh, this episode will get you fired up.
I'm there. I'm ready.
You will hear about these assholes that are coming in, these white dudes that try to take all the credit and don't like the women working there. It is infuriating.
But that's so crazy. I've like never heard about that on an episode of ours.
Yeah,
before.
right? I haven't touched that. No themes, no common themes. So Sally was initially like, okay, like I have, some really great degrees. I'm super smart. I guess I'll be a physics professor. But that all changed in 1977 when she saw an ad in Stanford University's student newspaper from NASA inviting women to apply to become astronauts. And like, just imagine like her being like, I thought that this wouldn't ever even like be on the table for me. And now in my lifetime, I can apply. Like, it truly gives me goosebumps. Like, just the excitement and the hope is very emotional. So she realized she's like, actually, yeah, like I want to go to space. Like that is my dream. So she immediately requested an application. And that following year, Sally beat out 8,000 other co-ed applicants for a spot in the astronaut program and was one of only 6 women selected.
How many were selected in the whole thing?
I think, let's see, so 1,500 women had applied.
Wow.
Which is actually amazing.
Yeah, no, that is incredible.
And I'm not sure how many ended. I think it was 35.
Okay, got it. And only 6 are women? That's
Yes.
so crazy.
She knew that she had a reasonable chance because she was like, I'm really going to lean into how athletic I am because they really want people that can truly be tested. Like you test your cardiovascular health and all of that, like a quick is it agility?
Agility is going from side to side.
Yeah, right? They want people that are fit.
Yeah.
She's fit as fuck.
Yeah, she's fit as fuck.
So they want that. So she was like, I thought maybe. And then her friend was like, you know what? She was really, in the best way, super cocky about physics and her knowledge because she was like, it's so hard. And if you if you know about physics, you're just kind of better than most people.
Well, yeah.
And so she knew that. And so she had a little chip on her shoulder about it, which I like that about her. So during this time, she reunites with her friend. Her name is Tam O'Shaughnessy. It's her childhood friend who they met as kids. They kind of had been talking on and off a little bit, sort of keeping in touch. And Tam one night was like, we should maybe get together. I think this was early 20s. And Sally and her kind of end up having this romantic steak dinner out of nowhere. And they're getting to know each other. They're like, oh my God, we haven't seen each other for so long. And Tam was like, by the way, I'm gay and I'm dating a woman. And Sally was like, oh, that's crazy. No, weird. Wow, weird. Had a moment. And Tam was like, okay. So I kind of was putting that out there, but realized that Sally was very we don't touch that conversation.
Do you think that, was she projecting a little bit too?
I think she was projecting. I guess Sally was secretly seeing someone at Stanford. She had a long-term girlfriend that they kept everything a secret.
She's in her early 20s? Is this the 70s?
Yeah. Her name was Molly Tyson, was her first girlfriend. And I think they kept it a secret for 4 years. Sally just was first of all, don't want to talk about my feelings, my personal life, and I definitely don't want to talk about the fact that I'm attracted to women because it was not safe then.
Well, also she's going into a field where she is so a minority anyways, and then she's now I have to add another thing to the equation that I have to fight to show that I am not different and I'm qualified and I deserve to be here.
Oh, I'd be terrified. And she was rightfully so very terrified. So she starts training at NASA, and she was like, you know what? When I got to NASA, it was the coolest fucking thing ever. She was like, this was everything I'd ever wanted. none of them like were prepared for what was like about to happen, because it was the first year that it was women and Black people. And in 1978, 35 of like the new astronauts got introduced in Houston during this like press conference that they were like, look, we're bringing in like whatever they were saying that was probably terrible.
Yeah.
They're like, look at them, this is crazy, but I guess we had to do it. So there's 10 of them, a mix. I think there's like 5 women. I'm not exactly sure, but they are at this press conference and they're asked for hours. And of course, it's all the women. These terrible questions that like just kind of sets the precedent of like what this is going to be like for Sally throughout her whole career.
Were they like, what are you going to do about your period up there?
Oh, we're going to have a whole conversation about period stuff later.
Oh,
but yes,
God.
Claire. It
Okay.
was that. Can you guess anything else that they were asking?
Like, how are you going to do your hair?
Yes.
Classic.
Yep, it was about hair, makeup, who you're dating. Do the men that you're dating have a problem with you being an astronaut?
Do you have kids? How are you going to be a mother and work?
You know, not much different in some ways of what women are asked now compared to men that are like in the public eye.
100%.
You know, like men are never asked about how to balance it all.
No.
Like, and
Never.
And women are.
I am curious about the period stuff.
We'll talk.
Okay,
We will
okay.
get there. There's a lot of men that end up interviewing Sally and her fellow female astronauts in training, and they're all like, you're too cute to be an astronaut. That's like a big thing. How do you respond if men are intimidated? And this woman, Judy, what is her name? Judy Resnick, who we're going to talk about. She goes, well, I guess I'll just tell them I'm an engineer. And she kind of like, and I was like, oof, because also hot.
No, literally, she's like, well, I'm not going to back down.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, oh, if he has a problem with the word astronaut, I'll just say I'm a fucking engineer, which is like cool too.
No, also, yeah, it's like, I'm not going to dumb myself down at all.
Exactly.
Just respond by being like, grow up.
Oh my God. The composure, it reminds me a lot of what Hillary Clinton had to go through running for president. Just when like a woman is in a space for the first time that people are asking heinous things and you cannot get upset. You can't take it personally, because if you do, you're a crazy bitch.
No, exactly. And it's like, oh, here we go. Women are emotional.
Oh my God. I'd immediately be kicked out of every program.
Well, I would just cry.
Sobbing.
Yeah, you're right. I am emotional. Is that so bad? But also, like, men are so emotional too. They just like show their emotions in rage instead of like tears, and that somehow
being emotional shows that you're intelligent
and that you care,
which I would hope that someone doing this job would care.
Yeah,
because you're going into space. Yeah, you know, and like it's very so. Guys, think about that.
Think about that. The roommates are like, we are on your side.
They're like, guys, we get it. You don't have to shout at us. So Sally never admitted in an interview that like she wanted to be the first woman in space, because she knew she had to play it down. If she said that, people would be like, ew, like, so you want to be the first woman in space for what? And she's like, I had to just play it cool, be super modest, but she wanted to be.
But that also makes her stand out again in a way where I'm sure she's like, I don't want to like ruffle feathers and stand out.
Exactly. And like we will see too, like she does get uncomfortable with like the pressure and like what a role model she became. And I think she wanted to be the first woman in space. I don't think she even like knew what that would mean for her yet.
Yeah.
But the training before you get up there, before they choose. So also, they're going to choose only like a handful of people to go up in the spaceship. Like there's 35 of them, but some of them are going to be down on comm. Some of them are going to be up. Some of them are going to be down. Like, so no one knows who's going to get chosen yet, but everyone goes through the same training process. It looks like you're being tortured.
Well, like, yeah.
There's parachute jumping. You have to go on this airplane.
Oh, honey, if you're out in space, you think a parachute? Well, I guess it's like if something happens.
Well, technically, a lot of them, after they're getting back into Earth, have to have to take a parachute into the water.
I'm just like, I can't believe people choose this for profession.
No, it's
like
crazy. If any astronauts are listening, like,
let us know. I think that they're all listening at NASA right now, actually.
I think so. I think whenever we do a space episode,
know.
Yeah, we see you guise. They have to go on this airplane that like dips and dives, that they like nickname the vomit comet, because they're just like throwing up, but it like shoots down, like sky nose dives. That's what it's called. Comes back up, so they have to get used to being like, whoa.
This is the level of hell for me.
I don't know how much someone could pay me to do something like that.
I actually, well, So to be like, I don't think that there is like an amount, and I'm like, I could probably be bought for
But
anything.
it would have to be really high.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like, this just seems like absolute hell. They're pool training underwater and getting, like, tossed, and it's crazy. Dumped in water. They're taught survival techniques, dragged through the grass. There was like one show, I was like, why do you guys have to do that?
Dragged through the grass.
And I was like, ouchie. It was like the burn on your tush.
Why do they have to do that? Maybe if they land, they're like, let's just fuck them up.
They literally are just like fucking them up. And all the while, the media is watching so closely. It's like when they're doing these training days, there's hundreds of cameras just watching them do it, because they're like, look, these women are doing the same thing as men. Like, we need to see if like any of them start crying, or like they're like on them. They want to see how the women react. Sally starts getting asked a lot, do you think you're as good as these male astronauts? And she goes, and it's a very cute clip because she smiles and she goes, yeah. And then they go, better? And she goes, oh, I'm not stupid enough to answer that.
Icon.
And all the while, there's a little competition, because of course the media likes to pin women against each other. Like, there's two attractive astronauts, and it's Sally Ride versus Judy Resnick.
Who looks better in a bikini?
Literally. And all of the men are like, oh, they're both so hot, but in different ways. It's hard to say which one we pick. Like, they pin them against each other. But they are like kind of apples and oranges, because Sally's like very smart and she's super serious. She's not one to be like fucking around. Yeah. She is at work. She's a really good engineer. Judy's also very, very smart, but she's like sweet. And she's almost like a Reese from Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, if you will.
Oh.
She's like bubbly and like peppy, and she loved having fun at work. And Sally was like, no, we need to be quiet and serious. This is business only. And Judy's like, well, let's bring the party to work too. And so like, it's not like they didn't get along, but they
also don't have to get along. Like, just because they're the only women there.
Exactly. Some of her fellow classmates were like, Sally was a hard one to figure out. Like, we kind of were all like bonding, and you never really knew, like, is Sally mad? Is Sally happy? Is she sad? Like, she's really hard to figure out. And she did have this like rough edge to her. And she also didn't know how to be friends with someone that she was competing with.
And that's so fair.
Like, how awkward. And she wants this so bad.
NASA, but they do seem like they are very much like Familia vibes at NASA. Because I think they're doing such a crazy thing.
I think you must trauma bond.
Yeah.
And you also like all know that you're like in the running to go up to space. It's crazy.
To go up to space, where you are also like 100% knowing that you're risking your life. Like, anything can happen up there.
100%, which we will talk about. So her first assignment is basically like handling this like shuttle robot arm that plucks satellites out of the shuttle in space, and like you move it around so like that the arm can do things.
It's just amazing.
It's wild. You have to have amazing hand-eye coordination. And because of tennis, she was like, this is the easiest job I've ever had.
Wow.
I know.
And field hockey.
And basketball.
Our sporty girly.
She is sporty. Women in STEM, it's wild. But she was like, this really like helped me because I was at an advantage. Everyone else like was not as good as I was. So she like mastered it. And her like bosses, managers, all of that were like, oh, she is on a fast track to get on this flight. So she's having a good time. She's living out her dreams. But at the same time, Sally knows that NASA would never accept her sexuality.
It's like, why does that have to do with anything with your job at all? It's so weird.
No, it's... lesbians and straight people and gay people can all go into space and do the same thing.
No, truly.
You're not going to explode if you're a lesbian in space.
Lesbian! And then the spacecraft just explodes.
Yeah, like I think you're going to be okay. But this was hard for her because like she's gaining like notoriety and kind of becoming like a little bit of a public figure, not as much as like what we will see. But she's like, I also need to like keep everything very secret and very tight. And NASA had historically been hostile to queer people. And people of color, we know that. And she also didn't want to be the first woman in space that was like, lesbian woman in space. So she was like, I am just going to pretend to be straight. At this time, it was reported that 2 out of 3 Americans detested homosexuality. And you know who else was big during this time, which I really think we should cover her?
The tennis player.
Yes.
Billie Jean King.
Yes, good job, Claire.
Thank you.
Wow, she got that. I don't think I would have gotten that.
I think when you were saying the tennis player, she like came up, and we definitely need to cover her.
We need to cover her. I want to watch the movie
with Steve Carell and is it Emma?
It's Emma Stone.
Yeah, I watched it on. It was an airplane movie.
Oh, was it good?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I think she was nominated for it. God, the Academy loves her.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know what happened to Billie Jean King?
Well, I know that. No.
Apparently, I didn't know very much about her. Biggest like tennis player in the world got like won against the guy
because he was like, well, she might be like the best female tennis player, but she can't beat me,
and won against him. Incredible. Got all of these sponsorships, was like making so much money, and then it came out that she was lesbian and she lost everything.
That's so crazy, you guys, because like first of all, obviously, second of all, it's like she is the same person that she was when she was winning.
All her sponsorships pulled out, and she like lost all her money, lost, the respect of everyone. And so Sally saw that, and she was like, oh, fuck, I am not like, imagine like knowing that, oh, like this could happen, and then seeing it. And she knew they were friends because in the tennis world. And so she was just like, okay, I'm going to keep it locked up and just like keep pretending. And also what was so interesting that all of the women at NASA during this time, like, really downplayed their femininity. Mm-hmm. And so, like, the outfits that they would wear, you're just like, oh my God, like, it's like, don't dress too hot, because then you're gonna go into the room and these men are gonna like drop everything and not be able to like be in the control room. And so they all like mimicked how the guys were dressing. I know. It's like fucking sad. It's like, God,
yeah.
You can't even like wear what you want to wear. So they were like, okay, don't show your body. And so they're wearing these like really masculine outfits. They're trying to look like the boys. They keep getting called Miss Ride or Miss Resnick, and there is an interview, and I love it. And Sally Ride is like, okay, so by the way, you can call me one of two things. You can call me Sally Ride or Dr. Ride. Take your pick. Ooh. And they're like, okay, we'll do Sally Ride. Because, like, of course, saying Dr. Ride would be giving her too much praise.
Of course.
And she ends up just saying, like, there are these elements of NASA that are amazing. They also don't know what to do with us women. They don't know how to talk to us. They don't know what to make of us.
It's so frustrating, but it is like so absurd that it's hilarious.
You have to laugh about it.
You have to.
So one of her coworkers was this guy who was ex-military, and he hated the women because he had this whole thing of like, you guys don't understand what it's like to be like out in the battlefield, like risking your life. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that was a big thing. So they immediately just didn't like the women because they're like, we served and protected, and what have you done? Had babies?
Right.
So a lot of animosity too, and these men that were like attracted to them and thinking of them as like potential love interests. And they were like, we are here to work, you creeps. Like,
you don't like me?
No, but it's truly like an obsession.
Exactly.
It's that.
You'd rather die than be with me.
It's that energy.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Say it.
Oof, you're so angry.
Like, gross. Like, also, like, you guys are like, most of you are married and like,
well,
gross.
No, truly.
Don't be creepy. NASA's not dating
like,
time.
If a woman is not here for my pleasure.
Exactly.
Then what is she doing here?
But you know what's so interesting, Claire, is that, those tests that I was talking about that like, they're testing everyone to see like, okay, like who can get into this program and even like physically take it, and also who can go to space. So they're taking blood, they're testing their respiratory systems, cardiovascular, their cells. Women tested all better than men physically. So if you want to talk about facts and science, wow. Women's bodies can actually technically handle being in space better than men's bodies.
That doesn't surprise me because like women's pain tolerance is so much higher.
But the men are like, nah, that's fake. That's fake news. So she completes NASA's rigorous training program in 1979, and they immediately put her down at comms. You know, the people that are talking? Very like Apollo 13?
I've never seen it.
Guys, it's so good.
Bruce Willis?
Tom Hanks.
Oh.
Bill Paxton. He's really hot in it.
Love.
There's another really hot man too. Ed Harris is in it. He's the comms guy. This is like his hottest he's ever been.
Well, Tess's childhood crush.
You'd like this movie because it's a bunch of hot astronauts in space.
No, I need to. I just like have shied away from space so much. I haven't seen Armageddon.
Oh, I haven't seen Armageddon either. That's a space movie?
Isn't it?
I thought that was like...
I'm like, I haven't seen The Town. You tough guy.
Oh, wait. Armageddon is a space movie.
That's what I was thinking. Liv Tyler and Ben Affleck.
This is Ben Affleck, Bruce Willis. Oh, Ben Affleck's looking cute.
No, apparently he looks sexy. Hannah, I think, watched that movie like 6 times last year. Shout out to you, Hannah.
We love it, Hannah. Oh, we should watch this. You know what? I mean,
I'd love to.
Owen Wilson's in it. I have a soft spot for Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson's like, wow.
Yeah, he's like the moon.
Okay, wow.
See, this is why I want to get you into space. It's just like hot people in suits, and then once they get up there, they're just floating around, and
I love that.
looking hot too. You know, it is a hot career to me. So immediately she's working in the control room. There's some mission that she's like operating that their heat tiles get damaged, and like she ends up like protecting the shuttle and the astronauts up there and like saves the day. And she is cool, calm, and collected. She's just like, hello, ride coming in from, yes, you might want to, I don't know what she's saying because I'm like, what do you even do? It's a math shit.
Yeah,
and she saves them.
Wow.
And they're all just like, okay. So like, I'm watching you, and I am impressed. And during this time, she gets married to fellow astronaut Steve Howley.
Oh, that makes me sad for both of them.
It makes me sad for both of them too. It's like, it's sad to see, and it's before she's chosen to go up. They're married from 1982 to 1987. Their wedding, they're both wearing white jeans. So,
White? Both of them are, sorry. What?
and everyone's like, you know, when we think of Steve and Sally, we'd say it was an unconventional marriage. Even like her coworkers are like, what's going on?
The white jeans are
her
give me pause.
Give me pause too. Her childhood friend, you know, Tam, that we talked about, was very upset, and she was like, it just like didn't feel right to me. I didn't really know much about Sally's journey at this time, but like it made me sad. Some of Sally's ex-lovers in the documentary were like, wow, what a good PR move, Sally. Like she's always thinking business, and like, damn, like she got married. Like we didn't think that she'd go that far.
And it must be so frustrating for them because a projection as well of like, you're not living your truth, and what does that mean for us too. And
I'm sure some of her like exes were out and being like, come on, like
it just breaks your heart.
It's all very heartbreaking. And the most oh my God, this part in the movie. So she's married, but she starts sending letters to Tam, and she wants to update her on, you know, what she's doing at NASA.
Is Tam still in a relationship?
Tam, I think, is still in a relationship, but they're still like, nothing is flirty, or it's more like they have like they're developing a deep friendship.
A soul connection, yeah.
And that's what they say, a soul connection, like chemistry like no other. Just
Honey,
like,
I know that.
Soul connection.
It was us.
It was us. Don't make me cry. She sends Tam this note, and she's like, hey, Tam, I want to tell you how green and red make yellow, and the math and science behind how like these colors form another color. So she writes out this whole, she writes out the equation of color to Tam in this letter. And at the end, she goes, sorry, isn't this just so amazing? You are too. Love, your mad scientist.
Oh, that's very sweet.
It's just sweet. And like, it's just fucking sad that she like has to marry this guy, and she's like writing notes of what a cute nerd she is, and like wanting to share her nerdy things with. Also, Tam is a nerd. She's like a biologist or something, or maybe not biologist. She's doing something in looking at microscopes. Plants? I don't know.
She's looking through a microscope.
She's also like a science girly, and like they just like share that, and they want to like.
And Sally has to marry a man who wears white jeans.
And he does not seem like he has the razz.
Wow.
Let me tell you that much.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like white jeans like Carl. It's like that energy.
It's really tough.
You know, but Carl is, Carl is cute.
Well, Carl's working on it.
Carl's working on it, and Carl's attractive. Steve, no. Steve,
talking about Carl from Summer House, if you don't know.
Of course. Yeah. Of course we are. So she's essentially falling in love with Tam, but her eye is on the prize, and she is then named Mission Specialist for the 7th mission, STS-7, aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger. And this opportunity meant that she would be the first American woman heading into space.
So she gets to go.
So she gets the job. And this whole time, most of the rumors had been like people were betting on Judy. They were like, it's going to be Judy. But the decision was like, and they were both so smart, so capable. the decision, I guess, was kind of made a little bit more that Sally liked the limelight a little less.
That like she was asking for it less, so they gave it to her. Was there any world where both of them were qualified to go, but they were like, we just are taking one woman, or was it always very,
That's a great question. I'm like, wait, why couldn't both of them go?
Yeah, was it kind of?
I'm sure that they were like, look,
Yeah.
two's we don't want to piss off the men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it really was like there's one space and it has to be one of them. Before the launch, Sally was asked questions from journalists about how the flight would affect her reproductive organs.
Well,
But are you curious if it...
Well, I'm curious about the period part of it, but it's also like men have, like things that also make a baby. So it's like, why aren't anyone asking about like their sperm? and their balls.
Yeah, like that. Well, it's like we were just talking about this the other day. I feel like just this year, there's information about being like, oh, men, like what men eat and drink and exercise, that affects sperm health. What? No one has ever talked about that before.
Yeah.
And it's like the same thing. Like, what if their sperm get all fucked up there?
Exactly. My curiosity with the period stuff is more of like changing a tampon, but you're probably not changing a tampon.
A lot of astronauts choose to go on a pill or something that they don't have a period when they're up there because they're like, I don't have the time.
Well,
but they pee into a specific it's like a little suction thing, so they probably, if you're on your period, like you would do the same of like making sure that like the liquid doesn't go anywhere.
That's what I mean. Like, you can't take the Diva Cup out.
Can't take the Diva Cup out. Guys, don't take the Diva Cup out in space.
Can't do it. That is a disaster.
Menstrual cramps and typical cycle lengths remain the same as they do on ground.
That sucks.
There's just not much you can do.
No, it's like no matter where you are, we will find you.
You will suffer.
Yeah, you will suffer.
Even if you're up in space, like finding shit out for the world. But they were coming at this. They weren't concerned about that. They were like, it was just another way to make women not want to do it, almost like to scare them.
Yeah.
This is really funny. So the people in charge of making like kits, like astronaut kits for going up there, like, okay, like, well, what have men needed in the past? And they were like, they need deodorant and shaving cream and a toothbrush and toothpaste, and that's about it. And then they were like, what do women need up there? So these like men at NASA design these kits, design a kit for Sally. They include makeup.
Well, you gotta have a full beat in space, of course.
Blush, lipstick, all of the things. And then this is so funny. They were like all like calculating it, and they were like, all right, we gotta put some tampons in there. And they're all looking at each other and they're like, how many for a few days do you think that she needs? And she gets this kit. It has 100 tampons.
For a few days? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Guys. And so they like present this to her and they were like, is that enough? I think the flight was 6. Is that enough? I think it was 6 days. And they were like, so is 100 the right number? And she goes, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
And she just like laughs at them and she's like, guys, it's like, what's the average? I think like 3 a day or something.
3 a day. I mean, listen, they have always tried to scare us with toxic shock syndrome.
And I still think about it every time I'm on my period.
I do as well. But no, you don't need 100 for 6 days. I think 3 a day is like you're taking care of.
Look, even if you want to do 4, 5 to
Depends
be safe,
on the flow.
Then it's like 30, 40 tampons max. 100 just really cracks me up.
But it's like, sorry, but I just can't help but think, like, again, if you don't know, because you see these Instagram videos of asking men how many tampons a woman will need during their period. And it's like, if you don't know, then like stop making legislation about our bodies when they're also like, what hole do you put a tampon in? And they're like the ones that they pee out of. It's so scary.
If you are a man listening now, we love that you're listening to this podcast.
Love.
Thank you. And you are so welcome here.
If you're a man listening to this podcast, will you comment on Spotify if you're listening on Spotify or DM us?
Everyone is welcome. We love having men listen. If you don't know the basic facts, like about a period, look it up right now and just like remember it. Because like a lot of men don't fucking know.
No, I know.
And it's really not that hard to understand. Like there's some stuff I still don't even understand.
No, same.
But you should know, like, you should know.
It's just so funny. 100 is crazy.
100. There's really funny TikToks of like them asking men on the street about stuff, and they're like, "How many ovaries does a woman have?" And they're like, 40. Like, it's really sad.
It is really scary.
So the night before the mission, she's like, I was so scared. Her friends and family say that was the only time that they saw real fear in her. And the morning of the launch, I always get chills like during launch days and just like big historic things. You know who's there watching and like cheering her on? You're going to love this.
Tam.
Yes, Tam is there. Jane Fonda.
Well, of course.
A huge fan. Can we please cover her soon?
Yes, but I do think that we'll have to do at least a 2-parter.
For sure.
Talk about a real one like Jane Fonda.
She's a real one. She's there. She's so excited. There's footage of her just like jumping up and down. Gloria Steinem is there. Women who are bringing their daughters, and everyone is crying when it's taking off.
I have the chills.
No, I have the chills too.
Because it just means so much more. Like those women who are there, it's like,
yes,
it just shows how many young girls will see this and be like, that could be me. I can't say something.
Yes, and just imagine like as a mom being like, I grew up thinking that this was never going to happen.
Yep.
I mean, sorry to bring it back here, but that's the closest thing that we've experienced that is like when Hillary Clinton ran.
Yes.
I mean, like, I can't believe that this is happening in our lifetime. Like,
yes,
this seemed impossible even 10 years ago.
Well, it's like, it's not just for astronauts. Like Jane Fonda has no interest in being an astronaut, but she knows what it will do for women in every field.
It's what it represents.
Yes.
And one woman does this in a field and any woman could do anything. And it's just like the hope is just, it really gets me. So on June 18th, 1983, the mission launched and Sally made history as the first American woman in space. She was 32 years old. And when we come back...
Oh my God, she was so young.
She was so young. I know.
What the helly?
When we come back from this break, we're going to talk about the mission and everything that happens to her afterwards.
Oh my God.
So she says that the launch, like when it's shooting up, whatever that's called, launch off?
The launch.
The launch.
Yeah.
Which I thought was real takeoff. Thank you. She said that she was so freaked out that she was just like, the only thing I could do was I had like a clipboard, you know, because you're like writing things down. And she said she just looked at her pencil and said, okay, it's a little off. I'm going to move it a centimeter to the right. Ooh, I'm going to move it a centimeter to the left. And she's just looking at this pencil the whole time as she is being launched into space to calm down. But then she said that when she was up there, she was like, I was moving and grooving. And she said that she loved anti-gravity.
Oh, I want to try it.
Did you ever go to like a space camp or anything?
No, I did not.
I was a popular cheerleader. No, the answer is no.
No, it's not that at all. I literally have no interest in space.
We went for a day, like as a school. I think it was like an elementary school. And I remember we did like, you're like strapped in to this thing and they spin you for a couple seconds and I start crying.
Oh, because it was scary.
Just start crying. Like I was like, get me out of here. Like, why are you guys putting like 8-year-olds in this thing? Or you're just like being like the things you have to go through as a kid. Going on field trips, like you never know what to expect.
No, you never know what to expect. I never had enough water on a field trip. I always felt like I was on the verge of death from thirst on a field trip.
Just like, it's like that picture of you at the water park.
No, it wasn't a water park. That's how sweaty I was. Cindy, you know what she's talking about. This picture of me at the zoo. I think we have to post it on our story.
We have to. It's Kunal's contact photo for you.
I was so hot and sweaty. It's a wonder that I don't have water panic in my life.
I know. I'm more water panic than you.
No, kids these days would never. Every kid has a water bottle these days constantly, but not in the 90s.
We didn't grow up like that.
No.
They're like, maybe you can there's a water fountain that you can take a couple sips at every 6 hours.
Literally. How do we survive? Like, oh my God, it's so hot. And they're like, yeah, we'll also give you some high C and sugary drinks. And
truly. And now kids are like, I need 1,000 milligrams of sodium and electrolytes in my water. I'm like, guys, we'll be okay. But she loved anti-gravity and everyone was like, she literally adjusted within an hour. She's up there and she was like, wee. She was saying wee.
I love that. Stop.
Isn't that so cute?
I love that.
And she just was like, I had such a freeing feeling being up there physically in my body. I felt free. And she was like, I will cry. She was like looking at the Earth's atmosphere, especially with what I was going through of just being like, I have to keep my sexuality a secret and who I love private. And she's like, I just saw, because the Earth's atmosphere, when you see it, is super thin. It looks like peach fuzz. And it's in the grand picture of everything and being in space, you're like, it's so small. We are so small. I mean, this is what fucking Katy Perry said when she went up there. She was like, everyone deserves love. I'm still going to vote for Rick Caruso. But,
yeah, of course.
So she was having a Katy Perry experience up there of just there's no borders around countries. We create these imaginary lines around humanity, race, gender, nationality, who we love. These restrictions mean nothing. That's all stupid white men making these decisions for us. And this is Earth. There's There's no boundaries.
I think a lot of people have that experience when they go and see space.
Imagine coming back down, literally come back down to Earth, and you're like,
They come down.
They come down, like the culture shock of Earth.
Yeah. No amount of 5 HTP can get you through that.
Sure can't. You will need something.
Yeah.
Something stronger. So they return to Earth 6 days later on June 24th. And of course, she's faced with a flurry of media. So this was interesting. Her husband, Steve, greets her with a bouquet of flowers. She rejects it. And it's this big thing because she's like, no, I don't want to be this like wife of coming and be like, look, my husband, like then that's going to be the thing. So she kind of brushes him off. And people are like, it's crazy. Like some people really respected it. Other people thought it was really rude. Other people were like trouble in paradise. But like, and then, but still it became this whole thing. Like now her landing's about this bouquet of flowers.
Yeah.
So that was tough. And he was like, like, why do you hate me? And she was like,
Honey,
Honey, you know why.
Yeah.
The media, once again, also, like, it's really funny seeing astronauts come back from space because they're, like, wobbling. They just cannot stand. They're literally, like...
I can't imagine.
No, it's crazy. Now, which is funny because this is in the 80s, but now they go to a hospital or something to get reacclimated to Earth.
Oh, really?
Where, like, you kind of have to make sure that everything is good. Like, they get tested and, like...
You remember Gayle King coming down from... She literally was like...
I can't believe that happened.
No, I can't either.
I like...
But it was girl power.
Yeah.
So
the media is crazy. They're asking her once again. The first questions are, did it affect your reproductive organs? Did you cry up there? When will you become a mother? Stop. Did you have any romance in outer space?
stop.
Yes.
Stop.
And when will you use your husband's last name? When are you going to stop being called Sally Ride? So these are her questions.
That's so crazy.
And she was like,
we can make a really fun, campy movie.
No.
About this.
Oh my God. Well, I can't wait to see what Kristen Stewart does.
Me too. And also just like hearing about Sally's vibe. Kristen's like the perfect person to play her.
100%. It's perfect.
I'm like really sitting like really confidently.
Just when you think of Kristen Stewart,
yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
You know? But she, like, the media's asking her all this stuff. And then she's also like, it was really overwhelming that women were meeting me and sobbing.
That is overwhelming.
That they're like, you are the reason. Now I want to go to space. Like, you are representing the modern woman. Like, you have changed our lives. Like, what are you going to do next? And she was like, I actually couldn't really take it. She starts seeing a therapist. She starts having anxiety for the first time in her life. She rejects going on like a lot of like TV, like Bob Hope wants to have her on and she's like, he's a fucking asshole. I'm not going on. She retreats. She goes to Atlanta.
Wow.
You know who's in Atlanta?
Tam? Oh, go to her.
She goes to Atlanta. She's like, yeah. She's like,
you'll never be Tam.
Like literally.
Yeah.
She's like, I guess I'll just go to Atlanta. They're supposed to have some good food. It's like, yeah, we know where you're going, baby. And you go to her. So they end up having dinner when she gets in and they're literally like, it's love at first sight. And Sally is like, maybe coming back down from space. She's like, who the fuck cares? Like, I want to love you and be loved.
Also, she like did it. She did it.
Yeah, she is she is like the most famous woman in the world. I mean, like, obviously like, we weren't even alive when this happened, but like my mom, I watched the documentary with my mom the other day. She remembers, she's on the cover of every magazine, National Geographic, Time, People. It is just like, she's very recognizable face too. So like she needs to like chill out a little bit. And they have this like dreamy dinner together and Tam says, oh boy, we're in trouble. Ugh. Even women say it.
Even women say it.
You guys know how we feel about that phrase. It's always a little tough. But coming from Tam, I think it would be lovely.
Well, I want it for them so bad.
I want it for them. They can do no wrong. They end up kissing. And Tam was like, it was over then. Sally says, I'm not in love with my husband. Tam's like, thank God, because I kind of been like wondering about the whole situation. She was like, honey, why'd you do it?
Yeah.
And Sally was like, NASA.
And Sally's like, you know why I did it.
You know why I did it. Like, I am the most famous woman in the world right now.
We're in the late 80s?
We're in the late 80s. This is like 1986. They start doing long distance. She's going back to her husband, but she's essentially not talking to him at all. And Steve is like, so... actually, it's fine. I'm not really going to ask. So he just like stops even asking questions and they don't really talk or communicate. He was like, I'd be getting back from like a really long work trip and I'd like call her and be like, we on for dinner tonight? And she'd be like, I'm going out of town. Bye. And just like hang up. We've all been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're just like, I won't even entertain this. I hate you.
Yeah.
That was kind of what, but they still had respect for each other. Like they actually both didn't resent each other. I think they just knew.
Well, that's good. Like, I don't, again, like when they got married, I feel sad for her that she has to be married. I feel sad for him that he's married to a woman who doesn't love him.
This was just
or he's not in love with him.
Common at this time.
Yeah.
Like lavender marriages were just like left and right.
Of course.
Why is it called lavender marriage again?
I don't know.
Lavender Haze, Taylor Swift?
I don't know what the lavender is.
Me either.
Lavender Haze was originally from Mad Men.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So it's January 28th, 1986. Do you know about the spaceship that exploded during this time?
Well, yes, because Jessica writes about it in Open Book.
Why did she write about it?
That's a good question.
Did it bring her closer to someone like 9/11?
No, I think I think for a lot of people it was like 9/11.
No.
Like they were watching it live at school.
Guys, like imagine.
Well, what are we talking about?
So it's the Challenger explodes. Yes.
She also went in a ship called the Challenger?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of them are called the Challenger,
okay.
Which I didn't know because I was like, oh my God, did she die?
Yeah,
She did.
So I really, and this is why we have Ram, like did not know anything about her. I was like, is she alive? So it's a different Challenger.
Well,
we're learning together.
We are learning together. So it is this worldwide moment. Once again, it's like a very, anticipated launch. Everyone is watching. Judy Resnick is on board. Yes, I didn't know that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she's one of the astronauts, so she finally gets to go up.
Oh my God, that's really devastating.
I know. And it's literally, guys, I mean, I started researching this like 2 years ago, and I just felt like so overwhelmed with sadness. I was like, I don't want to do an episode about this. I mean, it's within, I want to say like 12 seconds. It's taking off, everyone's cheering. It explodes. Before it even like gets out of the Earth's atmosphere, it explodes.
Oh my God. It's crazy that people would just watch that live.
No. And like it shows in the doc, like footage from the comms and like they all know what happens immediately. And there's just this silence and all of them are just like, what? Because you must also like if you are working on this.
Oh, of course.
You take it personally and you feel guilty and you did something wrong. So everyone is just like, what the fuck happened?
Those are your people out there. What did happen?
Well, this is when NASA, I'm like, you guys are sketchy. So this shook Sally to her core because she also like held NASA on to such a high standard and like put NASA on a pedestal. Mm-hmm. And she was like, they're perfect. It's the best of the best. It's the smartest people in the world. And so I guess Sally went to NASA and she was like, I want to talk to you guys about like what happened. An engineer ends up handing Sally when she's there this data sheet. And he's kind of like, you didn't get this from me. And she's like, what? So she analyzes the sheet and it's revealed that there's like these rubber, they're called O-rings that like hold things together. And they really they have to be above 50 degrees because like heat matters so much like on a spacecraft. Mm-hmm. It had to be above 50 degrees and they were at 36 degrees. So they like did not hold and popped. And that's what like made the ship explode. I don't like really know the details about like what happened, but it's these rings and they weren't hot enough.
Oh my God.
And NASA tries to hide it.
They messed up?
Yes. 7 astronauts dead from this explosion. Sally is at a press conference and she's doing like a lot of like media coverage around it because she's like, I want to get back and like ask them questions. She's like directly asking NASA during this conference. She's in the crowd and she's like, I need to like, because also people expected her to be like, you need to like help us understand this. She's very vocal and she's like, hey, I'm disturbed by you guys. I am never going to fly with you again. I'm never going to fly again. She was like, this shouldn't have happened. Her heart was broken. Like, it's everything that she feared happening to her, but then everything that she just like, and she was like, and NASA's hiding this? Like, and I see the numbers and like, what did you guys do? And so she resigns from NASA in 1987 and she's like, fuck you, that you guys will not take responsibility for it. And there's footage of like the head of NASA being like, we don't have any information about the O-rings. No, we don't.
There's no integrity in any of it.
No integrity. And it's really, really sad. She also gets divorced during this time. so this is kind of this like renaissance for her that she's like, I'm moving on with my life in a lot of different ways. Steve was a bit relieved, he said.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm good with that. Steve had also gotten a call from her sister Bear's husband. And her Bear's husband was like, by the way, Bear, she's gay. Is Sally gay?
Wait, both sisters are gay?
Yes.
Love that.
And Steve was like, what? And he was like, yeah, she's been gay as the day's long for like basically our whole marriage. I kind of want to check in with you about how your marriage is going. And he was like, interesting.
He's like, I saw y'all were both wearing white jeans at your wedding, so thought I would check in.
He's like, I haven't asked this for years, but what was with the jeans?
Yeah.
So he's like, got it.
Oh my God, what are the odds?
What are the
Actually,
odds?
probably pretty high.
I know.
Honestly,
I love when there's like all gay siblings.
Same. What
It's
a
like,
dream.
What a dream. It's iconic. So during this time, Sally is like, I'm moving on with my life, and she moves to San Diego, and she starts working for UCSD in the physics department. She is like, Tam, come with me, and let's live in San Diego, and let's like have our life in California. I swear, like I'm ready just to like be out and together. And Tam's like, I just got this PhD teaching position in Atlanta, and Sally was like, well, we can do like long distance for a little bit longer. And Tam's like, yeah. But within months, she's like, I don't care. I need to be with you. So Tam does end up moving to San Diego to be with Sally. And they start living together. Like they are just like the happiest that they've ever been. They are like, you know, they tell like Sally's parents, who kind of like don't really talk about it, but like they're starting to like, they're not like holding hands in the streets, but like people that know them know that they are together.
They're just like roommates.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because they both love science, they thought, you know what? More women and little girls should be interested in science. We should make the world a better place. And in 2001, they start the Sally Ride Science Academy. And it's meant to shift the culture to more women in STEM.
I love that.
Carly Kloss.
Yeah, Code with Carly.
Code with Carly.
Never forget. I just watched her 73 questions all the way through again.
Oh my, why would you do that to yourself?
You guys, I think it's like truly one of the worst that you've ever seen.
It's crazy.
No, and coming from a girl who stutters all the time.
No, but she's like, she's like
so
a gun to her head.
No, literally. It feels like there's a gun to her head.
I'm like, you don't have
the whole
to do
time.
this.
They ask her about Taylor. She's so awkward. Please go watch Carly Kloss's 73 questions and then get back to me. It's so uncomfortable.
Wild, yeah, experience.
Yeah.
But Sally is still like, and the academy, it becomes huge. Like people are like, of course I want to be a part of this. And like little girls who've looked up to her women. But Sally's like, I'm still like a little bit worried about our relationship because we have these huge sponsors now for the academy that were huge, like, you know, essentially not like Coca-Cola and like huge sponsors. And they were like, they're not going to want to fund us if, you know, there's two lesbians that are running this company. So she still didn't really feel comfortable showing affection. They almost broke up at one point because Tam was like, what is it going to take? Like, I love you so much. Like, our lives are we're going to look back on our lives and regret this. And Sally like didn't really see it like that. And it was like the lowest point of Sally's life too, because she was like, I feel so paralyzed with this. Like, why can't I just like be myself? Her sister had come out finally. She got married, but she and her wife lost their jobs working at a church.
Oh my God.
And so Sally was like, fuck, like I see like what's happening to my sister. But Tam and Sally do get back together. And during this time, Tam realizes that Sally is like looking a little strange.
Oh, no.
And she was like, you're looking like very yellow most days. Like you almost like have this jaundice. And Tam was like, I think like you need to go to the doctor. Like I just feel like something's wrong. And Sally was like, okay, like if you think so. And Tam had a very good like intuition because Sally ends up being diagnosed with pancreatic cancer.
Oh no.
I know. Pancreatic cancer, I did not know this.
Sorry.
I mean, it's bad.
That's the worst one, isn't it?
It has a
I don't know
survival rate of 13%.
Oh my God.
And most people with it, I believe, die within like 1 to 3 years. Like,
oh my God.
and she's doing chemo, radiation.
How old is she?
I think she's in her late 50s at this time. She's in her late 50s. And, you know, she loses the ability to like do so many things. Like she can't walk. She can't like go up and down the stairs. And Tam was like amazing with her during this time. It's so sad in the doc, like, because they just were like, we looked at each other and we knew that she was going to die. because there's just, for this kind of cancer, like it's just so rare that you're able to survive it. And so they just looked at each other and they said, you know what? For the next year, 2 years, 3 years, however long it is that we have together, we want to be as close as we can. And Sally goes, you know what? Every time we go into the hospital when I'm getting chemo, I want us to hold hands and I want us to like lock arms and like hold each other. And like, so they just like, she fully comes out during this point. She wants like everyone to know. And like, she like knows that she's dying, which is so sad. They become certified domestic partners during this time. So like essentially get married. But Sally does die in July 2012, 17 months after her diagnosis at the age of 61. Oh, I know.
I really just did not know anything about her. Like I didn't know if she was alive right now.
I know. I didn't know that this is how she died. I knew that she died. I think I also was confused I didn't know anything about like her later life. After she died, Tam got letters from the male astronauts that used to work with her and doubt her. And she's being like flooded with these like apologies and people almost like paying amends to Tam, being like, I am so sorry about like what I may have said, how I thought that she, you know, her qualifications, like I now have a daughter, I have a granddaughter, I would never want them to be treated like a man. So she's like receiving like all of this love and people being like, I fucked up. I should have always believed in Sally Ride. And in the documentary, she says, we were brave enough to love each other. I know, isn't that God? So Sally is remembered as a pioneering astronaut who went where no other American woman had gone before. She was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame in 1988, the Astronaut Hall of Fame in 2003, and the Aviation Hall of Fame in 2007. A year after her death, President Obama awarded this scientist with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and the Space Foundation recognized her with the Lifetime Space Achievement Award, and Tam was there to accept it on her behalf. It is very, very sweet. And I do want to like end the episode reading this interview with Gloria Steinem.
Oh, yes.
A little snippet just to end on like a little bit more. Well, it's not even positive because she's like, these questions are crazy.
Okay.
Would you like to play Sally or Gloria? Who's calling to you today?
Who's calling to you?
I feel nothing anymore.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know.
I want to give you more dialogue. So I'll Gloria. I'll be Gloria.
You're Gloria. Okay, great.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's in bold.
Yes.
Okay, great. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm curious about the reception that you got inside NASA. What kind of things happened to you?
Really, the only bad moments in our training involved the press. The press was an added pressure on the flight for me. And whereas NASA appeared to be very enlightened about flying women astronauts, the press didn't appear to be. The things that they were concerned with were not the same things that I was concerned with.
Well, for instance, the bathroom facilities.
The bathroom facilities.
How much did you get asked that?
Just about every interview I got asked that. Everybody wanted to know what kind of makeup I was taking up. They didn't care about how well prepared I was to operate the arm or deploy communication satellites.
Did NASA try to prepare you for the press and the pressure?
Unfortunately, no. No, they don't. In my case, they took a graduate student in physics who had spent her life in the basement of a physics department with oscilloscopes and suddenly put me in front of the press.
Well, what do you suppose are the dumbest kind of questions you've been asked to date?
Without a doubt, I think the worst question that I've ever gotten was whether I cried when we got malfunctions in the simulator. No.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That surpassed even the one about whether you're going to wear a bra or not. Did somebody really ask you that?
No, the press, I think, decided that that was a good question for someone to have asked me and for me to have answered because I never got that question.
They made you up quite a good response. It was something about in a state of weightlessness, it doesn't matter or something like that.
Yes.
So they made up the whole thing.
Yeah, I was never asked that question.
Well, what about your feelings? What about your feelings during the launch? Was there any time the enormity of what was going on came over you?
The moment of the launch when the engines actually ignited and the solid rockets lit everyone on the crew for a few seconds, just solid rockets lit everyone on the crew. I'm like, there are some typos in here. For a few seconds, we're overcome with what was going to happen to us. But a year of training is a long time. A year of sitting in simulators and being told exactly what's going to happen. You hear the sounds, you hear the vibrations. They prepare you very well, and it worked. We were able to overcome being overcome and do the things that we were just supposed to do.
just watching there at the launch outdoors, there were people with tears streaming down their faces, people I would have never expected, and yet they were all very moved by, I guess, the human audacity of it.
I think that to imagine when you see the long trail of flame and then to imagine that there are really people inside, that's really something. Inside, of course, you don't see the long trail of flame, and what you're feeling is more of an exhilaration.
Well, there are lots of people looking up there feeling proud, not only of you, but there are also not only of you up there, but also on the ground. Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you think it might be like in 2001? What's possible for us?
Well, 2001, it's a long ways that's quite ways in the future to speculate on, but probably the next step after the space shuttle is going to be a space station. And I'd foresee a space station as being not just something that is orbiting the Earth and used for experimentation or servicing of satellites or whatever. It would also be used as a launching platform to get back to the moon or Mars. I think both of those are inevitable. I'm sure we'll go back to the moon, and I'm sure it's only a matter of time before we send people to Mars.
Do you have any speculation about how long it might be, perhaps before there are such things as peopled space colonies?
I'd guess that probably by the year of 2000 there will be.
That's funny.
I think that we'll have a space station by the end of this decade.
On which it would be possible to live for long periods of time?
Yes.
Well, God, if it's available now, I'd love to go.
You'd like to go to space station?
Well, just sometimes in this country, I would like to live there.
Would you?
On space? No, I'm just.
Would you go to space? Would you go to space if if it becomes more of a, like you can go up for the day?
No.
I wouldn't either.
It's just not for me. And by the way, so grateful for Sally Ride. I love girlies being interested in science.
Same.
I love it. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I'm too scared.
Yeah.
But would you rather be in a submarine or outer space?
I think outer space.
Same.
Well, they say that we know more about space than we do about the ocean.
Yes, the ocean is
so deep.
So deep, so dark.
So dark.
And also, I don't like that the ocean, there's things around you. At least looking at space, you're going to see stars, not some terrifying
blowfish
that's 4,000 years old down there.
It's hey.
It's hey, girly.
Totally.
But you guys, that is Sally Ride, an American icon.
Truly an American icon, and what a perfect transition from Pride Month, too.
Who's a beautiful woman.
Well, so grateful for her service, and
Same.
Who knows how many young women she inspired. continues to inspire.
Yeah, and it's inspiring, too, of just when you're asked questions by people that feel threatened by you and don't understand you, just to kind of give it back to them.
Yeah.
Just how embarrassing for you.
Yeah.
And she had to do that her whole career.
It must have been exhausting because she has to work to just be equal to these men in general.
Yep.
And then to deal with those dumb.
Oh my God.
So crazy. But well done, Tess.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed learning about her. And we are going to be back next week with American Girls.
Yes, those American
Oh my God, that needs to be the carousel. Yes. They're I've known you for ages.
My friends are in love with America. Oh, we were cracking ourselves up. It's perfect.
That's good. That's one of our favorite episodes of all time.
Same.
A lot of people haven't listened, so we do want to re-release that. And then we will have two brand new episodes after that. So fun.
Can't wait. Yeah, we're revisiting American Girl dolls because they have recently been yassified.
They have been yassified.
So we got to start the conversation up again. Oh my God. So well done, Tess.
Oh, thank you. Well, guys, you know the drill. Follow us everywhere at Right Answers Mostly on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Sign up for our premium channel where we talk pop culture, our personal lives.
I'm still just laughing about American Girl.
$7.99 a month. 3 bonus episodes. It is such a special and safe and just joyous community. So that will be in the show notes. And space is cool.
Space is cool. Happy 250th anniversary, America. I truly think the most patriotic thing you can do as an American is critique your country and work for it to be a better place and a welcoming place for everyone, because that is the foundation that we were built on.
That's beautiful, Claire.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.